One of the most transformative laws in India's democratic history is the Right to Information Act 2005.
To the RTI Act.
This was sought under Right to Information Act.
RTI Act 2005.
तो RTI जरूरी इसलिए है क्योंकि इससे लोगों के पास अधिकार था.
More than just being a written law passed by legislative body, this act embodies a fundamental belief that each and every individual is the lifeblood of any democracy. By granting every individual right to access information, this act not only fosters transparency but also ensures accountability in government's work. In short and simple words, RTI has shifted back its balance of power towards common citizens, empowering citizens to scrutinize public decisions, expose corruptions and demand for a well-efficient government. So today in this video I will discuss the nature, importance and role of RTI in our society. So stay tuned till the end. The journey to Right to Information Act in India was very long and very arduous. Prior to 2005, India operated under Freedom of Information Act 2002, which had a very limited impact because of bureaucratic opacity and insufficient implementation. Means there was no transparency at all. People got frustrated because of insufficient accountability and transparency in government's work, which led to rise of grassroots movements like Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan MKSS.
The genesis of the RTI movement, as you probably know, lay in the very simple movement of people, rural folk in Rajasthan, to seek information regarding how the poverty alleviation program being implemented.
Once you have a right to information, it's a very, very big thing. And since MKSS was the one who fought for this and brought it about, I wanted to see how they are.
The MKS demanded a law that would ensure its citizens had a guaranteed right to know how public funds were being utilized and how decisions affecting their lives were being made. These persistent efforts led to the enactment of RTI Act on June 15, 2005, with coming into force on October 12, 2005. We can definitely say that this act has revolutionized governance because in its first decade, over 17.5 million applications were filed, averaging more than 4,800 requests per day. So it is a clear testament to its widespread use and impact. Firstly, the RTI Act is comprehensive in its scope. It includes almost all public authorities like the executive, legislative, judiciary and public sector. This includes not only central or the state government bodies but also the organizations which are financed on the basis of government funds. However, there are certain exceptions on the matters which are related to national security concerns. Secondly, the core of the Act or the essence of the Act is that the legal rights which it grants to each and every individual, the right to access information held by any public authority. This includes right to inspect records, take notes or certified copies and even request data in electronic form. What makes this right so potent is that the citizens are not required to justify why the information is needed. By clearing all such hurdles, this act ensures that flow of information is unimpeded. Another critical component is the obligations imposed on public authorities. They are required to maintain a well-organized records and sometimes even they needed to publish this in public domain. So this significantly reduces the need for formal RTI request and makes a wealth of information available to public. Furthermore, each public authority must have Public Information Officer PIO. The PIO is a designated official who is responsible for processing RTI application and is legally bound to respond within just 48 hours or maximum 30 days. This time-bound mechanism ensures that citizens are not left waiting for such a longer period of time. Let's imagine what if the application is denied or the response is unsatisfactory. Then in this case, this act also provides a two-tier appeal mechanism. First within the same authority and second to the Central or the State Information Commission, which can also impose penalties for non-compliance. The RTI Act is vital for several reasons. Foremost, it empowers common citizens by granting them a legal right to access information. It transforms a common citizen into an active participant in governance. Instead of being recipients of government's decision, this act gives common public rights to investigate, analyze and even challenge government's decision. Because as we know that a well-informed citizen is a cornerstone of any democracy. Secondly, transparency and accountability are significantly bolstered by the Rti Act. With the obligations for public authorities to maintain and share records, a culture of openness has gradually shifted a culture of secrecy. This not only deters corruption by exposing malpractices, but also improves service delivery. Numerous corruption scandals were exposed, from irregularities in infrastructure projects to mismanagement in public distribution systems due to Rti applications. And lastly, this act has inspired similar transparency measures globally, setting an example for other nations. Beyond its legal provisions, the Rti Act plays a multifaceted role in society, and one such significant role is its use as an investigative tool.
The second case was of a forest clearance to a mine in Orissa. So the value of mineral in this particular mine, which is in northern Orissa and Kiunjal district, is 79,000 crore rupees. This is as per the government's own documents. So you can imagine the kind of lucrative stakes at play. And essentially, I filed multiple RTIs in the environment ministry, in the Orissa state government, in the collectorate in Kiunjal.
So I had filed RTI with the Baramati Tehsil office asking them about the information. Only thing I did was that I didn't ask for the information with the specific names. I just checked the election affidavits of these Pawar families, checked their land holdings and the villages that the lands are there, and filed RTI, mentioned their names of the villages. And
journalists, researchers and activists have utilized Rti to expose corruption, inefficiency and misuse of public funds. The Rti Act also fosters common citizens' participation in democratic process. When we, the common people, will have access to detailed government records, then we will be more prepared to take part in conversations or discussions that affect our society, like various social issues, laws, rights, etc. And we will be able to share our ideas, our own opinions. Despite being its many successes, still the Rti Act faces ongoing challenges. Bureaucratic resistance and delays remain significant hurdles as public authorities struggle with timely compliance. Another issue is the lack of widespread public awareness, means common people are still not aware about their Rti rights. So at last, Right to Information Act 2005 is a landmark legislation that has fundamentally transformed Indian governance. Its comprehensive nature and robust mechanism have empowered common citizens to seek information, expose corruption and hold public authorities accountable. By ensuring transparency and fostering active citizen participation, this act has not only strengthened our democracy but has also improved public service delivery. So this much for today, and thanks for watching this video.